So welcome back to some more Pokemon Emerald, where last time we got introduced to Wallace inside the Cave of Origin to to kind of tell ourselves that we need to head over to Sky Pillar. Then started making our way south towards Pacific Lock Town to go and reach Sky Pillar. And this time, for one thing real quick, we are not going straight to Sky Pillar because there's something I forgot to talk about last episode. And that is over here, Route 132. I'm not going to go further into this route because there's really no point to, but Route 132 has a new encounter via the Super Rod, that being a Horsey. Yeah, remember that guy that was trying to trade us a Horsey last episode? Yeah, you can literally just catch one right outside of town. It's a pure water type that eventually turns into a really good water dragon type. It unfortunately doesn't really get much time to shine in this game since it shows up so late. It is extremely balanced once fully evolved, and it has good stats all around, letting it take advantage of Surf and through TM's Ice Beam. As a dragon though, its best dragon move it gets is Twister without resorting to egg moves. Along with that, this thing's full capabilities are locked behind its trait evolution, along with the fact that the Dragon Scale is only obtained in this game by stealing it from wild Horsies. As such, unless if you put in the work, I just wouldn't recommend it due to how difficult it is to raise. Despite it being one of the very few Dragon-type Pokemon that you could potentially have, there's easier ones out there to get, to be honest with you. And that's all I wanted to go and talk about with Route 132 for right now. We will be exploring that route later, but for right now, I'm not going to worry about it. There are some pretty good items out there, though. Another thing I forgot to mention last episode is with the guy that gives you TM27. This is dependent on how high the happiness stat of your Pokemon are. And if you have a low happiness, he will also give you a TM21 frustration, which is basically the opposite of what Return does. The more unhappy your Pokemon are, the more power you will get from them. So, not too bad. So for today, we are actually going to Sky Pillar. We will go explore the western routes in a little bit, but for right now, we're heading to the east, and we're heading towards the north. I don't think we need dye for this. I'm pretty sure you don't need dye for this. Heading up, no, I forgot to put on a repel. Honestly, I'm surprised I got that far without actually running into a Pokemon. That's actually pretty impressive. So we loop around here, and we'll reach this place. Welcome to the Sky Pillar. At least the inside of that. And then the outside of it. Hi, Wallace. How did you get here before me? Oh my, I'm terribly sorry. In my haste, I didn't notice I'd left you behind. I have opened the locked door of the Sky Pillar. Nyman, let's be on our way. It's an earthquake. There's not a moment to waste. We've got to hurry. So let's just walk over there, bud. Okay. The situation is getting worse. This isn't good. The weather distortion is spreading even here. Nyman, Rayquaza should be farther up from here. I'm worried about Sutopolis. I've got to go back. Everything is in your hands now. Don't fail us. Okay. So welcome to Sky Pillar. Unfortunately, it does not get its own theme. However, it does have its own Pokemon that show up here. So let's get into them. Starting off with Claydol. It's a fully ground psychic type that is weirdly offensive. It tries to be similar to Fortress in that it's built to set up and explode when needed. However, it primarily learns attacking moves and has a wide range of attacks through TMs, such as Ice Beam, Earthquake, Sunny Day, Solar Beam, and Shadow Ball even. It has decently unpredictable it can have a pretty unpredictable move set if raised correctly. But otherwise, it's just kinda here. The bad things with it are that it is slightly frail and it has okay speed, so it can be hard to keep alive, but besides that, if you just want to skip Baltoy's line, Claydol's here for you. And plus it has a nice ability of a Levitate, so it doesn't have to worry about Earthquake. That's about it. Another new Pokemon we can get here is Bayonet, a good physical attacking ghost type. Generation 3 really favors this thing. While its other stats are meh at best, it takes a really good advantage of Shadow Ball since it's physical in this generation. Besides then, Will-O-Wisp, however, it's not doing much else besides being annoying. Its only other attacking moves are all special, so you're realistically only ever going to be using Ghost-type moves for max damage. As such, with its competition being Dusclops, I just wouldn't grab this thing unless if you want to have a challenge or you want to skip its evolution. Another new Pokemon you can get here is Altaria. It's a tanky flying dragon type that breaks the mold on the overpowered dragon types. It takes more of a defensive stance, giving it reasonable use of Dragon Dance and pairs very nicely with Dragon Breath. It also gains a wide variety of moves through TM such as Ice Beam, Flamethrower, and Earthquake. As a dragon type, however, it only learns the one dragon move of Dragon Breath, unless if you count Dragon Dance. Besides that, it has several resistances with really coverable weaknesses. If you need a way to deal with dragons, this thing's great, especially if you don't want to be overpowered. And the last new Pokemon you can get here is Dusclops, only found in Ruby version. It's a very tanky ghost type that can hold its own. While you could have gotten its pre-evolution of Duskull earlier, it's still not a bad pick to get it here. It can learn some pretty good coverage moves, but it's mostly a tank that's meant to be annoying with Confuse Ray and Will-O-Wisp. As such, many fights with it will be slow, but it's great at what it does. The only downsides is that it has really low HP and it's painfully slow. Besides that, it's a very good ghost type in a region where ghost types are extremely limited. Your only other options are like, what, Chimecho and Bayonet. Like, not a lot of options. Reaching the top here, which I did. I don't know how I beat myself of talking before getting to the top. Don't worry about saving. But here's Rayquaza. The awakened Rayquaza flew off. That's all that ends off for that. Really nothing else here. We can fly out of here as soon as we want. And, yeah, I guess we'll just go back to Sootopolis. Hopefully we change the future. And just like that, Dad brought in the belt and now everything's fine. What? What is that green Pokemon? Oh? It was you who brought that flying Pokemon here. Well, aren't you amazing? I'm not that amazing. Wow, that was wicked! When that third Pokemon flew down, I feared the worst. It was a all battle royale kind of thing, yeah. I want to go and see. Freaking Repel. I think you can run into Pokemon on the water here, so I don't want to go and do that just yet. I want to go and talk to everybody first, because I want to see what they say. I was wondering which one would win, the red one or the blue one, but oh no, it's the green one that settles things. Talk about a huge turn of events. Buddy, you have to have new priorities. Sootopolis City didn't get wrecked. There's an ancient legend that claims the land and sea were shaped by a colossal battle between Pokemon. Well, I saw that happen with my very own eyes. Well, I never expected to be a witness to something okay, you don't say anything new. A pretty Pokemon came down from the sky. Interesting, huh? I want to see what this last guy says before we go and, well, change things. That flying Pokemon came down from the sky and stopped the rampaging Pokemon. Interesting, huh? What do you guys have to say? So the super ancient Pokemon weren't only Groudon and Kyogre. After all our fruitless scheming and frantic efforts, that one Pokemon's simple action puts everything right again, as if nothing ever happened. Kyogre and Groudon both flew off to who knows where. The weather in Hoenn has returned to its normal state. Maybe what we were trying to do was something small, even meaningless, to Pokemon. They disappear. They never show back up ever again. It looks like both Maxie and Archie have gone away somewhere. Perhaps they've gone to Mount Pyre to return those orbs. Potentially. Nyman, my eyes don't deceive me. Thanks to your help, all of Hoenn was saved. On behalf of the people, I thank you. This is a gift from me. Please accept it. HM07, the actual final hidden move of the entire game. That hidden machine contains Waterfall. If you have the Rain Badge, a Pokemon that has learned that HM move can force its way up waterfalls. And where does one get the Rain Badge? You know, don't you? That's right. You have to beat the Sootopolis gym leader. When you're all set, set to go, step through that door. And yeah, they'll just wait around for you to go and take on the gym. Before taking on that gym, however, I want to go and see the other houses. Please don't tell me they're still locked. Okay, no. What do you guys have to say? The cave that links Sootopolis and the outside world. It seems as if the cave was made to keep something from getting out. Or am I just imagining things? That's funny. Because again, in that cave, that's where you would fight Groudon or Kyogre in Ruby or Sapphire. An underwater volcano erupted and forced itself up from the depths. Its crater emerged from the sea and became filled with rainwater. That's how Sootopolis City came to being. Such a cool idea for a city. I wish we saw more stuff like this. Now we just see random towns strewn about in a big old landmass that's just boring. Like, seriously. You're a Pokemon trainer, aren't you? Sootopolis' Juan has many fans, even more than the student Wallace. Do you have any? I'd like to think I do. Oh, then you must be pretty strong. I guess. Dedicated fans come over from even outside of Hoenn. It was really wild when I went to the trainer fan club in Lily Cove. We went there and nobody really said who they were from. I think there was like one person that said they were from Kanto, and that was outside of the fan club. There appears to be some connection between Sootopolis and Mount Pyre. My friends and I did some research on it at the lab where I used to work. Interesting. My big brother used to study the sea. Used to. Who knows? Maybe he got himself an early retirement. Did I go into this house or am I being stupid? No. Oh, this guy. For 30 years, I've remained in Sootopolis honing my skills. I developed a shattering TM. I bequeath it to you. TM 31. This is Brick Break, which is awesome. Contains Brick Break. It's a move so horrible that I can't describe it. This thing is awesome. It's a very, very coveted fighting type move. One I might consider giving to, I don't know, 75, 100. And no, I want to check on Orion because I want to see the difference between that and Arm Thrust. 15. So for me to get the same damage output, I would have to hit, like, what, at least 3 times? No. God, I'd have to hit 4 times just to even try to equate the damage. But each of those hits can have a potential to crit, but I think I am going to teach Earthquake. Yeah, no. I'm going to teach Brick Break, I think. It does more damage overall, and Arm Thrust, while it's been good to us, we don't really need it anymore. Brick Break just does a lot more damage. If I want to backtrack on this, I can always just go back to the move relearner and get rid of something, because I'm not going to keep Strength on us forever, because Strength kind of just sucks. It's been helpful for those that resist fighting type moves, but otherwise there's really not much going for it. Let's Surf. And you know what? I'm not going to do the gym today. We still have a whole other route we need to go and explore, so let's do that. So, this may be completely random, but we are going to be going to the west and taking care of this route. Now, I know there's the gym, I know there's all that, but oh my god, this place has so much crap to it. So, how am I gonna... I have in my notes specific ways of where I want to go for right now. So I'm not gonna focus on the trainers. We'll focus on that later. I want to go to the center. That takes us up here. I guess I can fight this one trainer since he's ready. Let me fight. Buddy, you're an asshole. Get over here. Actually, this is where I wanted to go. I thought I wanted to go to that center platform area, but yeah, no. Oh, this is a bad setup, actually. Go to Zenith, go to Zenith. That thing's dark type. I don't want Eclipse fighting that, even though Eclipse can very easily tank it. I'm not too worried about that, actually, now that I think about it, but I don't really have any good ways of dealing with Sharpedo as Dusclops. Thunderbolt, get out of here. So yeah, this trainer is actually one of the checkpoints I wanted to put in. I have in my notes. I also spelled it wrong in my notes because I spelled his name as Gilbert and not Gilbert. I've had a lot of typos in my notes. That was mostly because I was trying to get the notes done quicker. I wasn't rushing through it by any means, but it was both me being excited about doing another Pokemon LP and also trying to get the notes done as fast as possible so that I can... Well, my workflow is weird. I'll talk about it in a second. Now it just says sail westward. I'm guessing here. I'm hoping that's what I'm guessing. Oh yeah, okay, right here. Because right here is a rare candy. And then let's continue surfing west. I'm gonna go right here. This takes us Route 133. Completely skip that island. And I'm now going over here. Okay. I can at least go and get this. Star Piece. That was also in my notes. And we have ourselves another trainer, which I might as well just go and fight, because the more trainers I fight here now, the less trainers I have to fight in the future. But yeah, what I was talking about is that my workflow when it comes to Pokemon LPs, at least for the last couple of Pokemon LPs we've had, the workflow I've had is first I make my own, basically my own guide of it. As I've said before with the notes I make, they're pretty much just guides, or almost guidebooks, and I don't steal it from other people before anybody says that. I do make my own. I look at other people's LPs and other people's guides and decide how I'm gonna route the things that I do. So that's why it might be different than how other people would do things. Break, I guess. So that's what I do. I make my whole own guide first, which is my notes, and then after that, then I do all the bios for every single Pokemon. Okay, that sucks. I do my bios, and then I make all of the encounter cards. And trust me, it takes a long time. It takes a very long time to actually go and do those. That's why I do it so early on. I think I had this LP ready for... I started working on this... When did I start working on this? I think it was shortly after Or no, it was in the middle of Sonic Generations, I think, when I started working on the notes. Yeah, it's a lot of work behind the scenes, but, I mean, it's worth it. I like doing it, and, you know, you guys appreciate the bios and all that, and, you know, give some flair to the LP. 777, that's nice, even though it's fighting a bunch of friggin' love discs. Ugh. Just get out of here. And you have agility, that's annoying. And I think there was a little thing or a little tie that I forgot, so I might go back and try to go and find that. There's a Carbos back there. But there goes the love discs that both give us 777. I guess we're feeling lucky today. Oh, we are not done with this place yet, okay. And the funny part is, too, because of how loaded the Pokemon LPs tend to get, I've already got the next Pokemon LP done when it comes to notes and bios and all that. Granted, the next Pokemon LP is not going to be a quote-unquote standard Pokemon LP. That's your hint for that, I guess. That's not going to be coming out for a long time, though. I don't even know why I'm talking about potential future Pokemon LPs, but I guess my point being, I worked really early on a lot of LPs and stuff. I got a next couple of LPs planned out, and some things I'm trying to keep in mind of, some things I got ideas for, and trying to do different things because I don't want everything to just be like, oh, it's another one of this series, and another one of this series, and another one of this series. I want to potentially... Do I not have a repel up? That's stupid. I want to have different things on the channel, and I don't want to just be Pokemon, Zelda, Mario, Sonic, etc. Don't get me wrong, I love doing those games, and they are very much my favorite games to cover. But, you know, there's other things I have in mind. Let's go over here. And then I'm going to stick to this island. I thought we were done with this route, but yeah, no, apparently not. These routes are just gigantic. There has to be something hidden here. And I'm really hoping that I didn't skip over it. Really? There's nothing here? Wow. Okay, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just weirded out by that fact. So this leads all the way back to Slateport. Yeah. So I guess let's just do another run back. Then we still have time in the episode to do it. Back to Pacific Log, and back on the open waters for me. The nice thing is that we're pretty much almost done with all the water crap. Albeit not too soon, but we are getting closer to being done with it. Oh, hello. That's a jackass move, buddy. Level up on Orion. Not too bad. That is the most insane fisherman I've ever seen. He had 1 Magikarp and then 5 Gyarados. What the hell was that? Pokemon never stop being weird when it comes to Pokemon teams. Oh my god, that was funny. No, I keep pressing A too soon before I actually cross over the thing. Let's go to Nova. We haven't seen Nova in a fight for a while. Anything around here? No? Okay. These routes are probably the most terrifying. Well, not really terrifying. They're the most confusing routes to actually go and explore because of these tides. You don't get to control anything you do here. What I will control is going up on this piece of landmass so I can have a double back. I'm having issues. Well, that could have been a lot worse than it actually could have been. I don't know who you are, Diana, but I don't care. The one person, or one of those trainers, had a Swellow that was trying to do the double team spam. It could have been really, really bad. But thankfully, Nova hit that thing every single time. I hate double team strats. I'm glad that double team is not nearly as available as it has been, because evasion is just such a bullshit ability. Or at least a bullshit thing to spam. Also, this is such an awkward combo. I mean, I think Nova resists ground if I... Nova's gonna move first anyway, so I might as well just do my most powerful thing. And we'll just get rid of Roselia. But yeah, like, double team juice used to be the worst. The amount of freaking people in, like, elementary school that you would have battles with, they would just spam double team the entire time. And I was one of those people that didn't like to do stat buffs because I thought they took forever and were just lame, so that's why I always just over-leveled the hell out of my Pokemon. So while everybody would have, like, level, I don't know, maybe 40 or 50 Pokemon because they've already beaten the game, I would be sitting around the level 80 mark. Speaking of which, that brings me to a story. I'm surprised I never told this story on the Soul Silver LP, because I don't know, I guess I just never thought about it, but there was one time where an old buddy of mine that I used to play Pokemon with, also, I'm surprised that killed you, holy crap. There was one time where we, ooh, hey, level up on Soul. There was one time where we both got ourselves a Porygon Z, and we bet on each other to see whose was stronger. So we both leveled up our Porygon Zs to level 100. I'm not even kidding, we both did that over a weekend. And mine ended up being weaker because I even trained at Mount Silver for that, and yeah, no, I think I just had a bad nature on mine. Unfortunately, that Porygon Z has been lost to time, but still, it was cool to have done that. I don't think I've ever had a level 100 Pokemon on the team ever since, besides, like, the newer games. I did not want to go up here. I mean, I guess it's fine. It does tell me, oh, this guy! I think I remember you. I want to win like everyone else, but maybe it's not you I'm thinking of. But yeah, it's just a funny little story that I had, and I never told it. I don't know why. I guess I just forgot about it when I was doing Soul Silver. Watch me be an idiot and actually have told that story on Soul Silver, and I just completely forgot that I told the story. Memory is sometimes a weird facet of things. I don't know. I usually have a very sharp memory about things, but there are some things that I have a terrible memory with, and I'm gonna go with Zenith because that's neutral at least. I was gonna call him Ludicolo. Ludicolo is weird to deal with sometimes. I know I could use Nebula, but I just don't want to wait the 2 turns of fly, so that's why I'm just going to do Thunderbolt. Plus, I want Zenith to have levels. I guess this is a good way of getting some levels right before the next gym, because fun part is the gym is now going to be towards our level because of the level spikes. We love level spikes. So why do you have Earthquake? That is such a weird-ass move. Okay, whatever. Actually, did you do Metric? I'm going to have to look off screen, because I was not paying attention to what you were doing. Sorry, Ludicolo. Yeah, no, I thought you were the guy that... Is it this game that has the guy who, like, somehow came up here from friggin' Kanto or something? Like, he got washed ashore here or something? That might be an Oris. I'm not too sure about that. I get things kind of confused between the Gen 3 games and in Oris sometimes. Alright, so... Further on ahead, am I gonna have anything here? I'm gonna choose to go down, and I'm not gonna choose, but to go up, and oh, there's an item there. Oh, there's a double battle there. I'm missing everything. Yeah, that just leads back to where we just came from. Okay. We did our best with the time we had remaining. I'm gonna head back to Zootopolis. And thankfully, it puts us at the Pokemon Center. So, do be aware that the next gym is going to be completely a water gym. Surprised that we haven't had a water gym up to this point, but yeah. It is a complete water gym. So, electric types and electric types and grass types are going to be your best friends here. So, I would be prepared for that in the near future. In which case, I'm just going to go with Zenith because, well, Thunderbolt will literally electrocute everything. So, that's where I'm going to leave things off for right now. Next time on Pokemon Emerald, we're taking on the final gym of the entire game. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.